When I was a teacher, I did not break up fights. That was my policy. They did not pay me well enough to break up fights. And I told students, if you've got a disagreement, just know this. Now, Dr. Bird is not going to break up a fight. Now, what I would suggest is that you find a healthy way to settle your disagreement other than fighting. I don't want you fighting at all. But if you're going to fight in my presence, just know this, I'm not going to stop it. And you know what? In my 12 years of teaching in the classroom, I had one fight. And once those students realized that I wasn't going to break it up, that fight, it ended just like that. Immediately it ended because they didn't really want to fight. Now here we have a story about a teacher who gets involved and breaks up a fight, and now he's having to defend his actions in breaking up that fight. Let's check this out.
A high school teacher is defending his actions after a video showed him putting a student in a headlock. This is that video. It was taken inside of the boys' bathroom around noon on Monday. You can see Jeffersonville high school teacher Casey Ritter shoving a student and then placing him in a chokehold. Ritter's attorney issued a statement yesterday saying Ritter was hurt while, quote, attempting to enforce school safety rules in the bathroom. The statement goes on to say Ritter was assigned a hall and restroom duty to, quote, prevent unsafe behavior. The statement says Ritter smelled marijuana coming from a closed stall in the bathroom with a student inside. Ritter says the student did not come out after he told him to, and that the student slammed the door on Ritter's hand and refused to leave. Ritter says he tried to escort that student and only used force after the student continued to resist. Ritter's attorney advised him to resign.
Okay, that's interesting. Ritter's attorney advised him to resign. Whew. I mean, so the story basically says, it repeats what we just heard. Let's watch this again. It's only a 50-second clip.
Him putting a student in a headlock. This is that video. It was.
All right, sorry. So, and kids do this. It annoys me. It's odd behavior, and obviously it tells you that something's going on here where there'll be 2 or 3 or 4 guys in a stall. They're vaping or making a transaction.
In a headlock.
So, teacher goes in. They're assigned this duty. Come on out. See, my thought was that this was about a fight, because that's why I gave you the spiel about breaking up fights. Because you can get hurt, and you don't get paid enough for that. And then just 2, with videos around, oftentimes when kids get in trouble, parents, particularly parents who enable their kids, they will look for anything and everything to get their kid out of trouble. And you can imagine if this young man's parents are parents like that, then yeah, they're going to look at this video and say, oh, we're going after the school. This didn't have to happen. Now, I will say this as well. Let's just play it forward.
This is that video. It was taken.
Johnny, get out of the stall. Johnny, get out of the stall. Come on out, Johnny. Johnny probably has some not nice things to say, maybe some disrespectful things. But as you can see here, after Johnny has said what was on his mind, that kind of looks like a square up to me. I mean, we don't have the audio. It would be nice to have the audio here to go along with this video, because this looks like Johnny squaring up. And again, just playing both sides. We don't know what was said by either the student or the teacher, but this student knows. And of course the audio will tell us something as well. But what I see, it looks like the student squared up, so that's gonna get your heart racing here. The student squared up on me a little bit. But now the student has turned. They've turned their body and they're walking. Appears, let's look.
It was taken in.
It appeared that they're walking towards the door.
Taken inside of the boys' bathroom around noon on Monday. You can see.
So that's the attempt to escort the student out of the bathroom is what the headlock was about. And you know, when it comes to escorting people, I mean, usually you're not taught to grab by the neck. It's usually, you know, you try to do one of these things by the arms and you're behind them and you're moving them to where you want them to go. You're like you're going first. You're behind the student and you're going first. It's a little bit safer than what we have here. But the headlock didn't last long, but
Around noon.
Let's be honest, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. Kid had his back to the teacher.
On Monday, you can see Jefferson.
So here, okay, I can imagine the students like, get off me, and it's not very nice the way he's saying it. I mean, this looks ugly. This looks ugly, and then we're gonna get to just
Casey
a
Ritter
ugly
shoving
point.
a student and then placed
Like right here. And then it mentioned at the end that, yeah, the teacher got hurt. Yeah, you're going to get hurt. This is not, yeah, you're going to have muscles that you don't use very often. They're going to be twitching and firing. When you're in a scuffle like this.
placing him in a chokehold.
Like, I think, yeah, that's right. When, like, his hand placement there doesn't look really good. What is he pulling from? It looks like the head and neck area. And then, yeah, we didn't call this out when he was against the wall, just the hand placement here. Like, that looks like the headish area. That's not the way you do. Yeah, that's not the way you do that. And you know what? It's quite possible this teacher has never been trained on how to do that. And so the conclusion is you shouldn't be doing that.
Jeffersonville High School teacher Casey Ritter shoving a student and then placing him in a chokehold. Ritter's attorney issued a statement yesterday saying Ritter was hurt while, quote, attempting to enforce school safety rules in the bathroom. The statement goes on to say Ritter was assigned to hall and restroom duty to, quote, prevent unsafe behavior. The statement says Ritter smelled marijuana coming from a closed stall in the bathroom with a student inside. Ritter says the student did not come out after he told him to.
Okay, so here I guess I overlooked that. So yeah, as a teacher, you're not going to be very you're not going to be very happy. So the student slams the door on your hand. So yes, so we're escalating from there because I'm not happy, young man, that you're ignoring my directives and you go a step further and you slam the door to try to hide whatever you're doing in the stall. So yeah, the teacher is upset, but man, and you know, I love teachers. I'm pro teacher. I just don't see how the principal is going to be able to back this teacher here. I just and that they're just really, that's hard for me to say. I don't like that.
Video, it was taken inside of the boys' bathroom around noon.
So, and I wouldn't say he deserves to lose his job, but maybe some sort of, some sort of unpaid leave here, just and then, you know what? Maybe we review maybe we shouldn't send teachers in the bathroom. Maybe that's also something that needs to be reviewed. And then also just letting teachers know that, hey, you don't have to, if you got an issue like this and the student is refusing a reasonable request, come out of the stall and come with me. Then maybe you send a text to the principal, or if they've given you a radio, which that they may need to do that for someone who has bathroom duty. Give them a radio so that they can immediately call and get some help, because teachers should not have to
This is that video. It was taken.
Shouldn't have to do that. Should not have to do that at all. Shouldn't be put in that situation. Really, what should have happened is, hey, I'm smelling something from inside this stall. You guys just stay right. Either you come with me or you can just stay right there. I got a principal on the way to deal with this, because they don't pay me they don't pay me enough to do this stuff right here. No way. If you don't want to come with me to the office, that's fine. Stay right there. Someone's coming to be with you shortly. And also the teacher is hurt. So now his lawyer is telling him to resign. And you can imagine the lawyer is telling him to resign. So I wonder where the lawyer's getting his information from. I think it's probably the school is sacrificing this teacher, because the video it looks bad, ladies and gentlemen. It looks bad, and it's unfortunate. This teacher has been put in this situation, and sadly they made this was a poor decision. This was a very poor decision. The student has his back to him. I thought when I saw the headline, we watch these in real time. This is my first time seeing the video. I thought this was about a fight. This is not about a fight. So the student's not a danger to himself or others. He did hurt the teacher. But in these situations, we are expected, and as hard as it is, but we are expected to act when times are really tough. We're expected to act with restraint, with proper patience. And it's very hard. It's very hard, but you just can't do this. You can't have this. And so I imagine that he'll be allowed to resign, and that's better than the alternative. And I think this school needs to look at, to review how they monitor these bathrooms. I think sending the teachers in going forward, that's probably not the best idea. So anyways, we'll keep an eye on this story, and as updates come, we will share them with you. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next update.